All right, first and foremost, I want to give all glory, honor, and praise unto my power, Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua. Shalom to all you sincere, the true believers. All right, today's lesson, I just want to get into just a couple different traits about like character building, right? That it's like when we were in the world, we may have like adopted because we was in the world and whatnot. But now that we're in the faith, these are things that we have to like purge out of us, right? Things that aren't profitable, right? And the more and more we implement, disregarding these things and putting on the opposites of those particular traits, will be better and better, because that's what it's really about, abounding in the ministry. So I got these 4 different traits, you know what I'm saying? It's called, well, not traits, but things that can affect us: distraction, quitting and giving up, complaining, and comparing, right? These are 4 different things that if you don't check it, it can be a detriment to you in this ministry, right? So I want to go ahead right here and start off with complaining, right? It says, I got the perfect precept for it, right? Well, through the Spirit, Yahweh Yahushua. Philippians 2:14, it says, do all things without murmurs and disputings, that ye may be blameless and harmless, the sons of the Heavenly Father, without rebuke, in the midst of a crooked and perverse nation, among whom ye shine as lights in the world. Because all you see every day is all people just complaining about their situation, complaining about this, complaining about that, and it's about frivolous things. Ultimately, we as the servants of the Heavenly Father, we complain to the Heavenly Father about being in this this captivity. But ultimately, we don't want to be as ungrateful children as our forefathers were in the wilderness. You see what I'm saying? And you see what they got. They were murmuring and complaining. The Heavenly Father was sustaining them. And that comes in a state of mind where you're being thankful for what you got. You see what I'm saying? The Heavenly Father give you food, He give you clothing, He makes sure He provides for you and your family. Like I say in Psalm 37 and 25, I have been young and now I'm old, yet have I never seen the righteous forsaken nor his seed begging bread. So that's the type of mindset. Okay, beautiful. King David is saying what? Bam. Okay, I've never seen the Heavenly Father not take care of His righteous, like His righteous, sincere-hearted believers. Right, so we understanding that if we fall under that particular lot, the Heavenly Father is taking care of us, man. He giving us our daily bread. He give us our essentials. You see what I'm saying? Like I say in Proverbs 30 and 8. Let me see if I can grab it real quick. Proverbs 30 and 8. It say, give me neither poverty nor riches. Feed me with food convenient for me. Right? Let me see if I can find it. Because that's the point, man. It says, remove far from me, Proverbs 30 and 8, remove far from me vanity and lies. All right. It says, this is, I don't like it when it's not in the KJV. Right here, boom, beautiful. It says, remove far from me vanity and lies, give me neither poverty nor riches, feed me with food convenient for me. And that's what the Heavenly Father is doing. He's feeding us with food convenient for us. He's keeping us, at that state where we're not lacking. No, we're not over the top, where we balling. You see what I'm saying? But ultimately, the Heavenly Father, He gives us exactly what we need to get the job done, which is to continue to endure and push. You see what I'm saying? And that goes into the next topic, which is what? Not quitting, man. Right? Because at the end of the day, you can't quit, man. You can't. Once you start this, hey, it's you're supposed to be all in. Like I say, Luke 9:62, it says, and Yahweh said unto him, no man having put his hand to the plow and looking back is fit for the kingdom of the Heavenly Father. And that's the point. If you put your hand to this plow, you can't turn back. You see what I'm saying? You got to continue to keep pushing. No matter what obstacles come your way, you got to continue to keep thriving and finding a way to continually abound in the ministry. Now, how do you abound? The only way you abound in the ministry is by being obedient unto the Heavenly Father. It's not like you can come up some other type of way, reinvent the wheel. None of that. So there's only one way, right? And that's through Yahweh Shai. You see what I'm saying? And how do you cleave unto Yahweh Shai? By cleaving to this word, because He is the Word made flesh. You see what I'm saying? So that's plain in a nutshell right there. And then by coming into this ministry, ultimately the Heavenly Father, He delights in what? Diligence and faith. You see what I'm saying? So if the Heavenly Father delights in diligence and faith, you can't be of that quitting mindset, man. All right, so complaining. All right, because you start complaining, then that leads to quitting. You see what I'm saying? You get so fed up, and then you out of there. You see what I'm saying? Heavenly Father grant you. You complaining? All right, you out of there then. It's the same thing that happened to our forefathers in the wilderness, man. You see what I'm saying? It's complaining so much they ain't even get to enter into the land, right? I believe it was Joshua and Caleb, and everybody was under them, or all the children, people that was under them, below, I think it was below like 20 or whatnot, right? Or 18, something like that. Salaki if I'm wrong, whatever. But y'all know what I mean, right? But I want to go ahead and grab this. Hebrews 10:38. And the just shall live by faith, but if any man draw back, my soul shall have no pleasure in him. And that's the point. We want the Heavenly Father to delight in us. So how does the Heavenly Father delight in our souls? By us being diligent and what we've been called to do. You see what I'm saying? And we understand that what many have been called, few are actually going to be chosen. So like it says in what is that? Second Peter chapter 1 and verse 10. Rather than give diligence to make thy calling and election sure. So we got to be diligent. We can't be of that lukewarm, lackadaisical, quitting, giving up, weak-hearted, timid spirit, man. Right? The scriptures say, Matthew 24, but he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. So that's the point, y'all. You see what I'm saying? That quitting, complaining spirit gotta go. It gotta go. You see what I'm saying? And ultimately, we all in the flesh. Sometimes those type of spirits may come on you, but it's all about what you do when it comes. You gotta rebuke it quick. You see what I'm saying? You gotta rebuke it quick, right? And the next one, cause I ain't trying to make it too long, but the next one is comparing, right? And that's a big demon in this truth too, because me being there, like I've been in like a couple camps before, when I first came into UPK, and then I was in Sakari. I've seen that camp culture, and then just that culture on like brothers, especially when they first come in. You know what I'm saying? And you even see it on brothers. Shit, that demon can come on you anytime. You see what I'm saying? And that's what we ultimately, you got to check that. You see what I'm saying? These are all things. These are all real things that affect brothers, man, and sisters, right? So the point is comparing yourself one to another. That gotta go, man. You see what I'm saying? Because that whole comparing yourself to somebody else's spirit, that's the spirit of America Babylon, keeping up with the Joneses, type of mindset. I don't care what the next man got. Hey, if the next man you doing, beautiful. You see what I'm saying? Hey, that's what's up for you. Check this out right here. I got this Galatians chapter 6 and verse 4 in the NLT. It says, pay careful attention to your own work, right? It says, for then when you get the satisfaction of a job well done, you won't need to compare yourself to anyone else, because when you're not paying attention to your own work and you paying attention to somebody else's work, what does that do? You don't get the satisfaction of what you're doing. You're always comparing what you're doing to somebody else. And that shit ain't never gonna make you feel like satisfied. You see what I'm saying? But when you look back at your growth, and you know what I'm saying, you can look and see how you growing and what the Heavenly Father got you doing through the Spirit, you're gonna be thankful. You see what I'm saying? But you will never have that thankful spirit for what the Heavenly Father is doing and working, using you to do, if you always comparing yourself to somebody else, man. That spirit is weak, and it really shows like insecurities. You see what I'm saying? That's why we gotta like purge that demon out of us. You see what I'm saying? Because it ain't no good, right? And it really comes from like a self exaltation type of spirit. You see what I'm saying? You wanting to be the Shalaki battery, but like you wanting to be like the best, and listen, we all should strive to be the best versions of ourselves. You see what I'm saying? And that's the problem. That's the problem with society now today, right? Everybody worried about big up in the next one up in the next person. It ain't about that. It's about being the best version of yourself. You see what I'm saying? And when you being the best version of yourself, you don't care what the next man got. You don't care what somebody else got. You see what I'm saying? Or what somebody else doing, right? Hey, listen, they doing good. Hey, I congratulate you. That's what's up. I'm proud of you, man. Keep it going, right? But you won't have that type of spirit and sincerity if you always comparing. And that's why that type of spirit is never good. You see what I'm saying? And that's why I'm going to read it again. Galatians 6 and 4 in the NLT. Pay careful attention to your own work, for then you will get a satisfaction of a job well done, and you won't need to compare yourself to anyone else. And that's the point. You'll be satisfied with what the Heavenly Father is doing through you, not with nobody else. And that's the point, man. Right? Understanding that this is about a body. All of us collectively getting a crown, and not just you yourself getting a crown or wanting to be self-exalted. It's not about that. You see what I'm saying? Right? And then the last part I want to get into is distractions. That's heavy, man. Distractions. And being in a society where everything is based on pleasure, fulfilling your lust, fulfilling all your desires. Now, lust, is nothing wrong with lust, right? Because the word lust just goes into your desire. You may lust after a cheesecake. You may lust after some chicken wings. That's fine, right? But it's when you start letting sinful lust take over you, right? Things that aren't, lawful, you see, or letting your lust control you. You see what I'm saying? to an extent where what? Ultimately, you're not doing the things that are profitable in this ministry. Going back to the book of Galatians, right? Let me see if I can just get that real quick. Galatians, the 6th chapter, where it talks about sowing to your flesh all the time, man, right? Because a lot of these different distractions, they do what? They distract us from our true purpose, which is what? To serve the Heavenly Father. And we read that in Ecclesiastes, the 12th chapter, the 13th verse. For this is the whole duty of man, right? That basically, roughly paraphrasing, of course, that we got to serve the Heavenly Father. That's the duty of man. You see what I'm saying? So anything that takes us away from that purpose, now, there's not saying that anything that we do, right, that it's not saying that we can't participate in other things, right? Because ultimately, as long as your duties for the Heavenly Father is done, we're not done, but you completed those things, you daily performed your vows and whatnot, then cool, by all means, right? Go enjoy yourself, have a drink, have some time, play with whatever you want to do, right? As long as it's lawful, you good. You see what I'm saying? And it's expedient, of course, right? So let's go ahead and grab what I said, Galatians, the 6th chapter, Galatians chapter 6. Galatians chapter 6 and verse 7, it says, "Be not deceived, the Heavenly Father is not mocked, for whatsoever man soweth, that shall he also reap." So you constantly sowing to the flesh. Hey, let's read what it say. "For he that soweth to his flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption, but he that soweth to the Spirit shall reap of the Spirit life everlasting." And that's the point, man. So you constantly, being caught up in these different distractions, it'll cause you what? Not to sow to the Spirit, which is much more beneficial for you, because why? That'll result in you receiving life, right? You constantly sowing to your flesh, which is, it's nothing like you can do that as long as you sow to the Spirit first, and it doesn't take over what you're doing in the Spirit. What I mean by it, you have to eating some good food, moderation, some drink, whatever you want to do. You want to take the family out to the park, whatever you, that's fine. There ain't nothing wrong with that. Where there's no law, there's no sin. That's cool. But making sure these other things don't become distractions now, because it'll only become a distraction if it's taking you away from your purpose. That's the point. And what is our purpose? Serving the Heavenly Father and His Son Yahweh Shai, right? And that's the point, man. And that's why we gotta keep our eyes single on the path at hand. All of these different things that we take care of in life, whatever it be, those are just things that we have to take care of in the interim, while we're taking care of our main duty, which is this ministry, man. You see what I'm saying? This is your purpose. This is what makes you feel alive. This is that thing that do it for you. You know what I mean? This is our purpose. So it becomes a distraction. Those things become distractions if they're taking you away from your purpose, man. Plain and simple. So we constantly abounding in the ministry, like it talks about in First Corinthians, the 15th chapter. We have to constantly abound, which is to go above the stated measure. We got to constantly making sure these different traits that try to pop themselves up, because we being in this flesh, constantly are subjected to these different spirits and demons and things like that will try to stir up these things from the old man that we used to be. And we got to constantly fight that good fight of faith, like it talks about in 1 Timothy, the 6th chapter, the 12th verse. Fight that good fight of faith and profess a good, we have to fight the good fight of faith. That's the point, man. And that's that part of faith by constantly cleaving unto the spiritual, man, unto Yahweh Shai. All right, so I want to desire all you sincere-hearted true believers were edified, exhorted, and comforted. And I want to give all glory, honor, and praise unto my power, Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. Shalom to all you sincere-hearted true believers. Keep fighting, keep pushing. We almost home. Shalom.